Reported to the pastor. I have been affiliated with that church a long time, and I reported to the pastor that I was being targeted by the government. And he ducked and dodged me, which is not normal behavior from him. And I was at church because I felt my life was in jeopardy. And someone rushed me and pulled me out the church, made me fall, and then started dragging me out the church. Dragging me out. I mean, it was a long drag for me to get outside. You know where the sanctuary is and how far that is to go outside. And they dragged me all the way outside on the carpet. Then after they dragged me outside, they threw me outside and begging for my life. I came back again because I tried to get support from church because the corruption is so extreme and I feel my life is in jeopardy. So I came back to the church trying to get some people that are not corrupt and then got a criminal trespass. That doesn't sound like normal behavior from people in church. So I'm trying to build a case up against the government and corruption. So I'd like for the pastor to call me back so I can see why he condoned that kind of behavior in his church that doesn't sound like him. To let someone get assaulted and violated in the sanctuary during a church service.
Okay, well, let me take your name and number. He's not actually here today.
Okay.
But I can. Okay, what is your name?
It's Kiana.
Can you spell that for me?
Yes, Keyana.
Okay, and what is your phone number?
Yes. And does the church help if I'm targeted? And I have been to restaurants, church, all kinds of different places. They guard and enforce their abuse.
I'm not sure what the process is, but I can pass your message along. I'm not sure.
Because I tried to go to a place or someone that I had dealings with. He buried my mom. So I don't know what would possess him to cover for that. That's to make, if I feel my life is in jeopardy and he wouldn't return my calls.
Right. And I don't know the situation, so all I can do right now is pass the information to him to let him know that
Well, because
and regarding the situation that happened.
Okay, so what can the church offer any kind of services for someone that fears their life, for a person that has been attending their church for a long time?
Okay, so he will give you that information as well.
Oh, okay, but you don't have any information or of services for people that are in domestic violence situations?
We don't. We used to have a listing of agencies, but that hadn't been updated since probably 2015. So I don't have a current listing. So what we depend on is those agencies to update the information with us. They normally pass it out to local churches, and we used to have a contact person. But right before COVID, when we were issuing out some of those numbers, they no longer exist. So when we Google the numbers, they're no longer numbers that are in service.
Okay,
so
well,
currently we don't have an update.
Okay, well, I'm just trying to establish a pattern of some federal crimes that are happening to conspire to violate my civil rights, and multiple police abusing their power to keep me railroaded and abused. So I have a pretty high, I feel pretty confident that someone enticed the church, as well as multiple other churches and organizations and entities, to sabotage my rights and violate me out of corruption. So I'm just trying to establish that pattern. So I do hope he calls me back to get to the bottom of line why he allowed someone to drag me out of his church begging for my life.
Okay, yes, ma'am. So I'll pass on the message.
Okay, I did try to report it to the police, but of course they covered for it. I think that they were behind it. I think that they're guarding the churches I attend and keeping their corruption under wraps. Try to, sabotage my access to get help from them. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.